Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to update the review that I did on Flex app, or actually the information video I gave you on Flex Financial. Thank you to one of my new subscribers who asked me to talk about it a little bit more. So I looked through the internet to kind of see if there are some information on the company, and it looks like the biggest thing, or there are a couple of big things: the customer service and when they actually pay your account. So it seems like their customer service are pretty generic, so they send out pre-formatted messages, so you seem like you're talking to a robot. You know, that can put off a lot of people. Totally understandable. The past customers, they were trying to figure out when their payment was being made, or maybe they had some internal issues of it posting to their rent portal. They weren't able to get a timely response from customer service. One of the biggest things you might want to look out for. So if you have any issues, like payment issues, I guess try to get that resolved before you before you get hit with a late fee. And that's another thing that I saw. A couple of the users were complaining that they were getting hit with late fees because I guess Flex were a little bit delayed on getting their payments on time. So if you are going, my advice would be, like, in your application, or immediately in your application, like once it gets approved, I would definitely reach out to the customer service desk and let them know ahead of time, like, hey, can we try to get this payment done ahead of time? You just do it like that. I think a couple of people were saying that they made payments, and I guess they paid twice, like, or something like that, and the issue, like, either Flex paid and then they paid, so it was like two payments, and they were trying to get that resolved and it never resolved on time, or it took like 2 months to get it figured out, something like that. That comment was kind of old though. That was back in 2020. That comment was back in 2021. So hopefully they've resolved that issue with the double payment thing, getting hit with late fees. So again, like, if you suspect that your rent is going to be paid late, like let's say you get hit with late fees like as of the 6th or something like that, then make sure that you pay. I would say make sure you pay your share of the rent, or at least pay what you can, and then just let them know, like reach out to customer service and let them know, like, hey, look, I made the payment, or I would say try to communicate as much as. One of the other issues that I see some Flex customers complaining about is they're not flexible with the first payment. So like, whatever you need to pay, if you have to pay half up front, like, you gotta have that in your account, or else it's just not gonna work. And the second payment, you can schedule it anytime, but the thing is, the caveat is that you cannot carry a balance over to the following month. I guess they put your membership on pause. 5-day grace period. Get the first payment in. So if your first payment always has to be from the 1st to the 5th of the month to have at least half. Schedule the other half later on in the month. But that second payment is flexible. The first one is not. Like, you have to pay it before the 5th. If you're an ongoing customer, and let's say you're paying the $20, they don't have an offer for lower than $20 a month. So let's say you're an ongoing customer and you're paying $20 per month for membership. That $20 charge continues to go on, even if it's automatic. So even if you're not using it, they'll still charge you. So you have to call in, and like, if you're canceling and you're not going to use them for the month or so, you have to call in and cancel, or else that reoccurring charge will still continue to go. I hate those kind of things, to be personally. I mean, I think a lot of us hate that. Like, you know, when you sign up for something and you have a monthly billing reoccurring thing, and if you don't call to stop it, like, it just doesn't stop. From the Apple Store, it's 4.6 out of 5 stars, so that means it's still pretty good. Out of 16,000 reviews, that's a pretty good, yeah, 16,000 reviews, and they started the company about 2-3 years ago. So that, to me, that's still a good overall track record. If you can get past the customer, the kind of like customer service, I think it's still a good deal. Like, they'll pay the rent for you. Strict in terms of getting that second payment in. Hopefully that helps. Again, this is just like a temporary solution to, you know, whoever needs it at the time, just to help out, just for a couple, even if it's like 1 or 2 months or three months. I've seen most people use it for like 3 months and then they come off it. But yeah, like I said, just to kind of recap what I said about the customer service, so make sure that if you are going to incur a late fee, because some people had like really crazy late fees, like $120 late fees. That's crazy. So make sure when you sign up, let them know ahead of time that you're going to be, like, if they're going to be late, if you don't see that they're paying it on time, or if they're going to be late on your payment, you gotta let them know. You gotta reach out to them as soon as possible. It's one of those app things where, like, you don't have a direct phone number to call, but message them as soon as you can. If there's issues with your rent portal, let them know. Let them know ahead of time. And then you can't carry over a balance. Let Flex pay your rent for you. If that's something you want to choose, use it for 2 or 3 months. Try it out, see how it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. You know, the customer reviews, you know how they are. Like, but out of 16,000, that's a pretty decent sample size for a 4.6. Could be a little higher, but 4.6 out of 5. I think that's still pretty good in terms of app reviews. So, like, again, like I said, nothing is perfect, but if it helps out, it helps out. Make sure you get your payments in on time, and if it seems like they're going to be a little bit late, I would say go ahead and pay, and then reach out to them and be like, look, I already paid. I don't think you're able to cancel the $20 membership fee. I think once you sign up and you do that $20 and you pay or they pay, I think they still end up charging you for the month, something like that. But make sure if you're not using the service, call them or message them ahead of time that you're not going to be using their service for the following month or whenever you're not using it, so that they won't charge you, because it's automatic. It seems like they'll still reoccurring charge you. Outside of that, I think that's it. Well, thank you to the subscriber who mentioned that they wanted an update review on that. I don't know anyone personally who has used the service, but again, like I said, I trust that the App Store reviews are pretty accurate. People tend to voice their opinions on there a lot, so I think that's pretty good. All right, so let me know and comment down below what your experience has been, if you've used it or you know somebody who's used the program. All right, see you guys in the next video.